On the surface, she was an elegant painter with refined grace, but in reality, she was a cold-blooded devil who killed without batting an eye, not even sparing her own child. That day, Lisa took her 6-year-old son to a countryside bed and breakfast, where she brutally murdered him with a vinyl record. Afterward, Lisa showed not a trace of fear, instead calmly cleaning up the scene as if nothing had happened. She thought she had done everything flawlessly, but forgot to turn off the record player when checking out. When the owner John was cleaning the room, he discovered the blood-stained record. Uneasily, John entered Lisa's room to find everything neatly arranged, the kitchen meticulously cleaned, and the bathroom reeking of disinfectant. The mirror was covered with dense wipe marks, as if concealing something. This series of details made John realize something was wrong. To verify his suspicions, he repeatedly reviewed the dashcam footage, and indeed found that when Lisa left, there was no sign of the child, only a heavy suitcase being dragged away. John was frightened and at a loss. He wanted to call the police, but 20 years ago another bed and breakfast had a murder case, and after the owner reported it, the killer was quickly arrested, but the B&B never had guests again. John, who only cared about making money, ultimately chose to cover it up. He then thoroughly cleaned the room inside and out again. As time passed, John had long forgotten about the incident, but one day a car arrived at the door, and sitting in it was none other than Lisa. The moment their eyes met, John immediately panicked. He pretended not to recognize the woman and refused her stay, claiming there were no vacant rooms. Just then, John's daughter came to visit him, and not wanting the B&B to lose business, she said she would leave after dinner and invited Lisa to stay in her room. John had no choice but to agree. After checking in, Lisa lay on the sofa reminiscing about the murder process when she suddenly remembered she might not have cleaned the record. She suspected John knew something. To find out if John had any evidence, she warmly invited him to have dinner together that evening. At dinner, the two sat together, but John couldn't bring himself to take the first bite. Lisa noticed John's concern, so she tasted all the dishes first and told John the food wasn't poisoned. Only then did John relax. Through their conversation, Lisa learned that John had no substantial evidence, so she simply told John everything that had happened. Unbeknownst to her, John had recorded their entire conversation. Early the next morning, John headed to the police station with the evidence. Unfortunately, Lisa happened to see John's panicked demeanor and instantly became suspicious. She searched through the room and discovered the empty recording pen packaging on the floor. She immediately realized the severity of the situation. As John was about to reach the police station, Lisa unexpectedly rammed her car into him. John hadn't expected Lisa to be so ruthlessly insane. He was quickly taken to the hospital for treatment, but Lisa wasn't planning to let him go, searching for him frantically like a madwoman. Seeing Lisa getting closer and closer, John, enduring the pain, grabbed the IV stand.